Okay, so I've just arrived at the Buckley Arms. That's a well-used hotel in the ride magazines, but it's certainly mentioned a lot. So I thought I'd give it a try out. This is obviously a double twin room, and very nice, cosy, above the pub and restaurant. It's plenty of place to put your bits and pieces, and I'm starting to unpack already. Looks out over a side car park from this particular room. That's nicely done. So this is the shower room, WC, wash basin, etc. Really nice, well, clean and tidy, all functional. Heater on there, might put my gloves on there actually later. It's been a rather damp day. Find the switch for that. Okay, so get settled in and go for a walk around the town, I think, as it's quite early at the moment. Booked in for dinner later on this evening, so I'll give you a report on everything else in due course. That's it for now. Good morning. So it's 6:30. I just left the hotel in Moffat, and the plan is a trip home. It's 457 miles, and I'm going to go down through the Yorkshire Dales just to break up the route, and then unfortunately it's down the A1M1 home. But purpose of this is just to record some of the roads through Yorkshire which I haven't travelled before, so stay with it and I'll show you a bit more in a while. The county borders rattle through. I've been through Northumberland, I've just come over the border to Cumbria, and I'm just entering the town of Alston. Looks quite sizable, so I'm hoping that there's going to be some fuel here. Here we go. How handy is that? Come on. Might have a little coffee while I'm here. So that was a very welcome petrol stop at Alston. Quick coffee and a snack. Got 392 miles to go. Forget those balmy 30-degree days. This is 15.5 degrees at the moment. Right. Thank you, Alston. Oh, cobble streets, lovely. It's a real old village here. Pretty. So, Barnard Castle, 6277 is the direction I'm headed next. See how rolling the hills are this direction. It's just gone 8 o'clock. It's still pretty chilly. Look at that view. The rolling hills of Yorkshire. Right, let's press on. So nice to be back on some dry roads. I think all this motorway travel and 5,000 miles has taken the edge off my tyres. The rear one is definitely a little bit flatter and probably won't have a great deal more on it by the time I get home. Which is another reason for taking these wiggly roads rather than sitting on the flat of the tyre on the motorway. So it looks like I'm taking a left up here. B6277. There we go, laid out before us. And the sun is starting to warm us up a bit. It's nice. I'm guessing these poles, like the snow poles used in the Alps and places like that, so they must get quite a depth of snow up here in the winter. This is remote. Great road though, nice and wiggly. Oh my goodness, bouncy bouncy. Not a lot else around here, bar the sheep, as you can tell. Great road though. Teesdale, County of Durham. We are crossing the counties, aren't we? What a great valley. Sounds like there's a fair bit of this. My next waypoint is 13 miles from here. It's fantastic. What better to do on a Monday morning? Not going to risk it too much with these sheep. They seem to notice you at the last minute, probably because it's so windy up here. Can't hear you coming. So just entered Middleton In Lees, Dale. We'll take a turning off to the right up here somewhere. Pretty town. To the right on Bridge Street. Oh, right. Scotch corner, etc, etc. Well, having seen the moors that we've just been over for the first time, I don't know if I've got more to come, but having seen those, I hope more people from Europe come to the UK and have a look at the Yorkshire moors, Scotland, etc. But the Yorkshire moors are beautiful. I didn't realise how sparsely... Sorry, which way are we going to go? Oh, I've got to go up here. Was Brough. What was I saying? I was just saying how sparsely populated it is, surprisingly. Okay, it's my first visit here to this area. I'd like to come back. It's just, as I say, it's so blooming far from, it's sort of 4 or 5 hours from the south, and the weather can be a bit temperamental. Some of the views and some of the roads are more engaging than you'll get in France, you know. So it's well worth a trip here if you haven't been from Europe to this part of the UK before. The views are fantastic, the countryside fantastic. There doesn't appear to be a lot on the roads, okay. 8:30 on a Monday morning, but so we're back onto the moors now. Another 9 miles of this to my next waypoint, so it's telling me. I pre-planned this before leaving. Well, I had a couple of variations of routes depending upon whether it was going to be wet, dry, etc. I was determined to do this one as well, actually, whether it's raining or not. I hadn't been to this part of the world, and I had to see it for myself. Lots of little hamlets like this, so a few homes, farm or two. But you can't tell me that this isn't worth a visit if you've never been to this part of the country. I'll close the visor, make it a bit easier to hear me. A reservoir. It'll probably tell me which one up here, but if you're following this road, I'm not going to give you a road number. How's the stabilisation going? This is a bouncy road. Okay, so we're on to the open moorland now. There's nothing around. Nothing behind me, nothing in front of me. Same road, there's another road, get out of the way. Wiggling this way, I don't know if you can see on the GoPro, wiggling, oh, perhaps it is the road I'm going to be going on. Maybe that's why I chose, yes it is by the looks of it. Come on. properly wiggly, these, don't they? Look at that view. The folds in the valley. There seem to be too many stopping places along here. Change of county again, is it? Yes, back into Cumbria. I always think of Cumbria being the lakes. What's the significance of the flags, I wonder? Is it just to give people an idea of how much it's blowing, or is it someone's farm? What does it say? Ah, I think it's a firing range. Live ammunition, so probably best to stay out of there. Hence the red flag. Yorkshire Moors, a massive area. Archetypal English countryside. Stone walls, farming community, views, and a lot of muck on the roads from the farm vehicles. Watch out for them. Some great topography here as we head down into the Vale by the looks of it. Can't remember the next stop, but we'll see it in a minute, I'm sure. Coming down into the folds of the lower countryside. A lot more stone paddocks down here, and the animals are, certainly the cows, don't like it up on the moors. It's too cold up there for them, generally. Okay. Well, she's going straight on, regardless. Didn't even stop to give way. Amazing. Stay out of the way of this Volvo driver. No idea what she's going to do, or he. Oh, good, go straight on. So we're going towards Kirkby Stephen. So I've just come through the village of Nateby or Nateley. Check me on the map, and I'm told I'm now in the Westmoreland Dales. That's what the signpost says. So I've managed to avoid the main road and still a few more country routes to go yet before I hit the miserable A1 and M1 drag south. Whoa! So I thought a quick stop to have a quick show you the valley here. And the other thing to watch out for is just after I turned the camera off the last time, so I was just standing up on the pegs and a sheep jumped out of the side of the hedge into the road, and that was quite a moment, I can tell you. It shocked me as much as it shocked the sheep, I think. But anyway, I thought I'd show you this part of the valley, and there's a lovely stream down here. Hamlet of Appersett. This is still the road to Hawes, H-A-W-E-S. I don't know if this is the renowned biker route that a lot of people talk about from to Hawes, as I've never done this before. I can't imagine this would be it, because it's rather nadgery. It's not very flowing at the moment. And this is Hawes. Perhaps this is the road that people talk about to Hawes. It's a bit more flowing than the last one I did. Stone walls are a bit unforgiving though, if there's anything goes wrong around here. So last observation, Yorkshire motorcyclists. If you haven't been to this area before, I recommend it. I don't live here, I live in Buckinghamshire. Hold on, got to turn off here. Don't know where we're going now. I think you'll like it. The people are lovely. The countryside is fantastic, as long as it's dry. The sheep are mad. And the petrol stops, garages can be few and far between main towns, so bear it in mind. A bit like France really. But if you haven't come, suggest you put it in your diary for next year if you haven't already. There's plenty of great roads in the UK. So whether you're a resident or visiting the UK, try and make it to Yorkshire on your way to Scotland maybe. Western Scotland is beautiful too, so you can make a real 2-3 week trip of the areas, but don't miss this huge expanse on the way to Scotland. So I'm south of Hawes now, and back into folding countryside, Dale land. More stone walls, lots of sheep. polish the suspension a bit more. Might be able to give an idea where we are. The White Lion Inn. Where are we? Oh, it's too bouncy for speed. Well, this is better than sitting on the motorway. There we go. Buckden. Okay, well that's Buckden. Don't know how much more of this we got. Fantastic. Okay, another time. Hope you enjoyed this little trip through the Yorkshire Dales, and we'll catch up next time.